this is SiTHFuRion, and I'm never doing that again, right? Right now, we are so close to season 5 of Vikings being premiered, and I thought I should make like a quick little video talking about maybe some of my favorite moments, certain scenes or certain things that kind of stands out for me from the show so far, and also just kind of talk about the last year of YouTube and Vikings and everything, because it's been absolutely crazy for me. It really has. Like, it's kind of surreal to think it's been 12 months since I started doing Vikings. Well, actually, technically, it's been over 12 months since I did season 1, because I did season 1, then I took like a bit of a break, and then on the 1st of November last year, I started season 2, episode 1, and then just ran through like as many episodes as I can. For those of you that don't know, the plan was to do 30 episodes in 30 days, ready for season 4B. But life got kind of caught up, as it always does for me. Like, I've just got the worst luck in the world, and I ended up falling like a few episodes behind. But I finally got caught up, and everything was great, and the whole experience was really good. But watching and editing and knocking out like an episode every day of the same show, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but it got to the point where I literally dreamt about the show. You know, like literally walking down the streets of Kattegat, talking to people and seeing Lagertha and beyond, and like, I swear to God, I literally had dreams about being in Kattegat. And then I had dreams of actually editing videos. I've like literally sat here editing videos of me in Kattegat. Like, I swear to God, it just became so surreal sometimes, man, because I was just watching it all the time. And when I wasn't filming, I was editing, and like maybe that's why like now I'm a little bit stir crazy for the show, because I love it so much. Like, I fell in love with this show because I think it could have the title of the greatest TV show ever. You know, I know like a lot of people will say Game of Thrones, but I've said it before, I think this show tips above Game of Thrones because it stays in like the realm of reality. Like, Game of Thrones is a fantasy. You can make it up as you go along and go completely over the top if you wanted. But Michael Hirst has to kind of stick to a certain path, because certain key moments throughout history he has to hit. So he can't go and make it up as he goes along and go completely off on one. Like, he has to stay on this path. And because of that, he's still knocked out a great story with great characters. And I personally think Ragnar is probably one of the greatest characters in any TV show. Hands down, the best character. And like, just, oh my God, I love this show, man. I really love this show. And over the 12 months since season 4 finished, I've really fallen in love with the culture of Vikings and the heritage and the way of life. And like, I think I've talked about this before, but I think my family heritage comes from that way, you know, goes up north towards Scandinavia and Norway and everything. Like, I know for a certainty my father's side comes from Ireland, but my mother's side, as far as I'm aware, comes from France, and then it goes up north. And that's as much as I know. So you might never know, you know what I mean? I think I might have to do like some heritage DNA test thing next year and see if I actually am from the north. I've talked about this before, but I would love to go there. I would love to go there and explore like some of the Viking settlements and everything. I just think it would be absolutely amazing, man. It really would. I've really fallen in love with this show. And there's certain key moments that I think for us all always stands out. Like, when you look at season 1, like, granted, it didn't really have much of a budget, and compared to like later seasons, obviously like the scale of the show was very smaller, like compared to the others. I had already fallen in love with the show before I even hit the end of season 1, but I think like a real defining moment for me that kind of like stood out above all the other shows was in season 2 and the execution of Jalborg with the Blood Eagle. I think that was like a moment that kind of stood out as like something completely different, and Like even now, like when you watch other channels reacting to it, it was such a violent scene, but the way that it was filmed, it was quite beautiful. You know what I mean? Like there was no gore. Like they could have gone really over the top and show like Jalborg's ribs being cracked open and just been really, really graphic. But they didn't. It was done in such a way where like all you could hear was just the music and just these beautiful visual shots. You know, it really does stand out. But I think it was afterwards, when like you go and check up on it, and the Blood Eagle was an actual real thing. It was really, really done. Like there's no like 100% proof that it actually really did happen, but then again there's no like 100% proof that Ragnar was even a real person. You know what I mean? But the fact that it was documented as like something that actually happened, it was an actual practice. I believe it was done on royalty or something. It's very savage when you really think about it, you know. Cut open somebody's back and then crack open their rib cage and then pull the lungs out and lie them onto the shoulders. And if they scream, they can never go into Valhalla. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh fuck. Gotta break the rib cage, innit? Shit. He's taking it, he's taking his punishment. He hasn't moaned or anything yet. Hasn't screamed in pain. Oh. He sees an eagle and he's become an eagle. It's like the seer said. Fuck. Fucking savage. Fuck. Right, I think the next kind of defining scene for me was also in season 2. I think season 2 was a very like defining season anyway. It really like pushed that bar up. Like if you thought season 1 was great, season 2 is a real beast, you know. Another defining moment was the season finale of season 2 and the end of King Horik. And I'm not gonna lie, like that really did shock me. Like I kind of guessed it. Like I thought maybe it was a complete setup. I thought like Floki might be the inside man, but that reveal when King Horik walked into the hallway and like Torsten got up and turned around. Like, oh my God. It was absolutely amazing scene. And unlike Jalborg's death, King Horik's was very brutal, just, you know, completely justified as far as I'm concerned, you know. Like Jalborg, I think it's very fair to say that Jalborg always reacted to what King Horik was doing. You know what I mean? Like, was Jalborg wrong for invading Kattegat while Ragnar was away? Yes. But would Jalborg have killed Aslaug and Ragnar's sons? I don't think so. I don't think he would have done that. You know, King Horik would have done something like that, but Jalborg didn't. And the only reason he invaded Kattegat was because of the fact that he felt like he was done wrong by King Horik and Ragnar. And Ragnar was just doing what King Horik said. You know, because Ragnar was, in a way, using King Horik for his own agenda of going to England and everything. You know what I mean? So I actually felt for Jalborg. But as far as King Horik got what he deserved, man. Like the way he used Siggy as well for his son to sleep with her. Just the fact that he was coming in to like kill off Ragnar's like bloodline and everything. Just like, to me, it was completely fucked up. And King Horik got everything that was coming to him. Everything. And also the fact that it was the defining moment that Ragnar became king. And I love that final shot. I absolutely love that final shot.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Was I right? I was fucking right, wasn't I?
Loki, you have betrayed the gods.
No, King Horik. I only betrayed you. I was always true to the gods. And Ragnar.
I fucking knew it. I called it. Oh my god, he's the inside man. It was so convincing, even I got really worried. Oh shit, thank God.
If you can find it in your heart.
Shit. Go on, fuck him up now. Fuck. Don't fuck with Ragnar. Or King Ragnar now, yeah? Shit, I like that shot, man. Fuck. Now going into season 3 with the reign of King Ragnar, of course we spent like a lot of time in England and we had a few kind of defining moments, but it seemed like, I could be wrong, I might have to go back and check it, but it seemed like every 3 episodes there was something. Like in episode 3, Warrior's Fate, we saw Torsten earn his way into Valhalla. That for me was a very kind of sad scene, and it actually became more sadder afterwards while watching it through other people's reaction videos, because I knew what was going to happen, you know. And I think Torsten was a great character, and it was just kind of like sad to see him go out, but he went out like a fucking warrior, man. He really did go out on top. Ah, this is going to be his final act, ain't it? His final deed. Yeah, Floki knows. Ah, no way. Oh, come on. And then the next kind of like big moment of season 3 was Siggy. Like, we lost Siggy as well in season 3. What was also another sad scene of her going to save Ragnar's sons because they fell through the ice. Like, I'm still not 100% sure on exactly what happened. I'm kind of guessing like she sacrificed herself for those sons, because it seemed like every time, was it Herbert? I want to say Herbert. I think his name was Herbert. Every time that Wanderer guy came back to Kattegat, there was always somebody dying. There was always a death, like someone drowned or something, right? So I think it was kind of like a sacrifice thing that like someone had to sacrifice for him coming into Kattegat and easing Ivar's pain and everything. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it kind of went down. And at that precise moment, someone had to sacrifice their life. And Siggy sacrificed hers to spare Ragnar's sons, you know. That's the way I kind of interpreted it. But yeah, I still miss Siggy, man. I really did really like her.
Uba! Kvitzak!
What are they doing?
Stop!
What are they doing? shit. Go on, Siggy. Who's that now? Oh shit. It's a daughter. What? Now, we can't talk about season 3 without talking about episode 6, the Lord's Prayer, and the episode that we lost Athelstan. That was like such a good episode. Like, of course, like you could kind of tell, like if you knew what was going to happen and like you rewatch it now, especially like in reaction videos, like you could see like the signs, like the warning signs. Athelstan kind of made peace with his God, and he had chosen his God, and renounced Odin and the Vikings way of life, and he embraced being a Christian again. And then right at the end, he lost his life. But it is still very hard to watch. Like, I think what makes that whole entire episode and everything so impactful is the speech that Ragnar gives at the end when he's burying Athelstan. Like, oh man, how he says like, "Why did you have to leave me?" and everything. Like, it's so heartbreaking, man. It really is. Like when he says, I can't remember it actually word for word, but he says something about how like he thought that life is a worse of fate than death, because in death you get to see like loved ones who has passed on, but he thinks that he will never see Athelstan again because he thinks his God may not like the idea of Ragnar coming to like visit him and stuff. Like, oh my God, man. Oh, it's so touching. Like the way that Travis just delivered that dialogue, the way that he just, oh my God, man. No. That's the old man that he killed. It's gotta be the old man. No. I refuse to believe that Athelstan is dead. No. That's the old man.
Such a little man, Athelstan. You're terribly heavy.
No. Ah, fuck.
I always believed that death is a fate far better than life. For you will be reunited with lost loved ones. We will never meet again, my friend. I have a feeling that your God might object to me visiting you in heaven. What am I to do now? I hate you for leaving me. I ache from your loss. There is nothing that can console me now. I am changed. So are you.
Wow. A big defining moment for me of say like season 4A was the attack on Paris, and it was just on like another level as far as like production quality and scale. Like the amount of ships attacking that wall and just seeing everyone trying to get up on that wall and everything was just absolutely amazing, man. Like crazy. Need to get up there, man. Take them out. It's like fish in a barrel. You're just getting picked off. Need to get up there. That is stupid. Oh my God. What? How? I don't get it. I've seen posters and like I haven't seen any trailers, but I've seen posters and like stills and stuff of season 4. Like Ragnar's there. Like no. Like, I know he's in season 4. Ragnar's not dead. At first I was a bit shocked. He's not dead. This is his little tactic to find out what people think about him. He now knows what Lagertha thinks about him. He now knows what Rollo thinks about him. He now knows how Floki feels about him. And he's going into Paris. He's beyond. He's a Trojan fucking horse. Right? Oh shit. I mean, the king's there and everything.
Secula secolorum, amen.
Told you. Wow. Oh. Hold up. Oh shit. I just got some mad feels then. What the fuck?
So he's there.
But he looks so emotional. It's like that shot of young Bjorn is like that child's gone now. The boy's gone. It's the man is now left standing. You know what I mean? Oh god, that was cool.
Do you think you're a good man?
Yes, I think so. Are you a good man?
Yes. I think so. Are you corrupt?
Oh, yes. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I like that, man. I like how them two are so similar, man. It's really cool. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh. Wow.
Look at you. You look like a bitch.
Not my brother. One of us will die today.
And it won't be me, brother.
Wow, this is fucking epic, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. No.
So who wants to be king?
Do you know how this works? If you want to be king, you must kill me. Take it. No? You? No, what about you? No? No? Anyone? Who wants to be king?
we can't talk about the end of season 4 without talking about episode 15. All His Angels. I swear to God, no show has ever hit me in the feels as much as this show. And that episode more specifically, even now, man, even now, it is so hard to watch. It really, really is. Like, we've all spent so much time with these characters, became so emotionally invested in them. That whole scene to me was a very defining moment, and not just in Vikings itself as a show, but I'm talking about in TV in general. That to me, episode 15 is like, okay, a lot of people keep on saying that Game of Thrones is this epic show and it just keeps off killing its main characters left and right and this and that, and it's such a big deal. And yeah, it does. But what they did with Vikings and Ragnar, it's like if next season Game of Thrones turns around and kills off Khaleesi. You know what I mean? Kill her off. Because she wasn't really meant to sit on the throne. Maybe Jon was. How would that go down? Like, seriously, think about it. How big would that be that they just killed off Khaleesi? Or like The Walking Dead with Rick. Kill Rick off. How big, how much of an impact would that make by killing off Rick, the main character that you've been following from day one? You see what I mean? To kill off Ragnar, its flagship character throughout the whole entire show, from episode 1, to kill him off. And I know, granted, it was always the goal from day one, because the show Vikings really is about the sons and their journey. And from what I read, apparently they were meant to kill off Ragnar a lot sooner. But the only reason they kept him going was because of how good he was and how much us fans fell in love with the character. You know what I mean? So they decided to string it out a little bit. I know it was always the goal to kill off Ragnar, but the fact that they actually pulled the trigger on it, because they very could have easily flipped it and had somebody else sacrifice themselves and go to England and say that he's Ragnar and then put him in the pit of snakes. But the real Ragnar, he was still in Kattegat. They could have done something. I don't know. But they could have just done something to keep Ragnar in the show. But to actually have the courage to pull the trigger on it, that's balls, man. That's balls that I don't think Game of Thrones has. That's balls that The Walking Dead definitely don't have. That's balls that I think a lot of shows will never do. They will never kill off their main character without some kind of a agenda to bring them back. You see what I mean? And that to me is a defining moment as to why this is one of the greatest shows on television. You know what I mean? It was done so well, so beautiful. The writing, Ragnar's speech, how the little piggies will grunt when they hear how the old bull suffered. And then his big speech at the end as well, just absolutely amazing and really, really, really hard to watch. Yeah. It still hurts, man. It really is really, really hard to watch this. Oh, no, don't.
Our Father, who art in heaven,
To your ropes!
Oh wow, King of sick. Ooh.
It gladdens me to know that Odin prepares for a feast. Soon I shall be drinking ale from curved horns. This hero that comes into Valhalla does not lament his death. I shall not enter Odin's hall with fear. There, I shall wait for my sons to join me. And when they do, I will bask in their tales of triumph. The Asir will welcome me. My death comes without apology. And I welcome the Valkyries to summon me home.
Now, moving on from that very traumatic scene, of course, you have the so sweet revenge in the form of the fucking heathen army. So cool, man. So badass. Like, it's kind of hard to pick like a certain kind of moment, but just the next few episodes were so big, so powerful. I think seeing that Ivor had his own plans to like use the land to his advantage, and how they were moving around was very cool. Very cool. Of course, the death of King Eli, what fucking, I swear to God, so good. So good.
I've been told your god is a carpenter. And guess what? So am I.
What the fuck? Are we... For a second now, I thought we were going to see a blood eagle again. Fuck. He's doing the blood eagle, right? Oh wow, he's doing it because he's royalty. Because like the blood eagle was meant to have always been done against royalty or something, right? Oh wow. Fuck. That smile. But in the midst of all of the revenge, another big moment for me was King Egbert. Even though he was kind of like the bad guy, the rival to Ragnar pretty much from day one. They were so similar, and I think if things could have been different, they could have been really, really good close friends. Like, I've been saying it a few times now about how this is the best show ever. Another reason is King Egbert. He was basically the bad guy, but yet you fell for him. You like the character, the way that the actor portrayed him. It was just done so well. And so when his end came, like, that in itself was really emotional as well, you know? And also, I still stand by it. Even to this day, 12 months later, I still think the writers missed out on a beautiful, amazing opportunity when Egbert took his own life and he sat there in the bathtub and he's cut and he's just lying there while sat there. They could have had like a shot of like that wide shot where it's kind of like a very silhouette because of the two windows and the light coming in. They could have had somebody kind of like walking into the shot in like a robe or something. Like, I think I said at the time that it should have been Ragnar or something, but I think it would make more sense if it was Athelstan, but you can't really tell because of like the lighting, and it's just like a silhouette of somebody just walking into the shot, and then have like a tight up shot of King Egbert's face as he turns around and looks and he smiles and just says Athelstan. You know, and then cut back to a wide shot and the person's gone, and you just see Egbert just kind of like slowly float into the water and then fade to black. Oh my God, that's how I would have done that scene. I think it just would have been beautiful that Athelstan had come to take him. You know what I mean? Oh.
All my future lies with Ragnar.
The only person you truly care for is yourself.
Oh.
I give myself freely to you.
Thank you, Grandfather. I love you.
Don't be afraid.
Oh. Oh man. Right, so those are some of my favourite kind of standout scenes. Of course, they're not the only ones. There's many scenes that I just absolutely love. But I think if I was to go over every single scene, I would be sat here all night talking about it. And trust me, I could. But we've got to move on, and I just want to quickly talk about other reaction channels and going into the future. As many of you may know, I was the first person to do reaction videos to this show, and I quite like that title of the first Viking on YouTube, and just how like you've all like embraced me. I think is really cool, and I truly like I appreciate it, man, 100%. I really do. There's a lot of things that happens behind the camera that goes on in my life that you guys don't know, and having this connection with you guys really does mean a lot to me. It really does. Every time I upload, like regardless if it's Vikings or not, every time I upload and I see you guys comment, and I keep seeing the same names, and I see you guys on other people's videos and stuff, and we chat, and like it makes everything worthwhile, man. It really does. So I just want to quickly say thank you to all of you. As far as all the other reaction channels, it's crazy how many have popped up over the last 12 months, man. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous how, like, there's so many. There's so many. And granted, I don't watch every single video that gets uploaded, but if somebody is doing Vikings on YouTube, I've watched them, I've seen them, I know who they are. Like right now, I'm watching a hell of a lot of LM reactions. I love those girls, man. Lola and Milana, I think, are absolutely amazing. Like they have the same like passion and love for the show that I have, you know what I mean? And it's just been absolutely amazing watching these girls. God, that sounds a bit pervy, but no, it's just been absolutely amazing watching these girls watch this show and seeing them fall in love with these characters and laugh and cry at certain things. And it's just been great, like re-experiencing this show with them too. Absolutely amazing. And Lola, I think she's a lot like me. Like she can watch stuff and kind of predict what's going to happen next because she picks up on stuff. And like there's times I've like watched her and think, how did you get that? So I can kind of understand how people like think that about me sometimes. But yeah, I love those girls. You can't talk about Vikings reactors without talking about Kimmy Kush. She did a absolutely tremendous job as well. Like she was like uploading like every day. Like trust me, I know how much like how stressful that can be uploading every day. You know what I mean? Like LM reactions are doing the same thing as well, you know. So I really love watching the show with her. She's absolutely amazing. Plus also film buffs. He does great videos. My man Jimmy, he's been knocking them out. God, there's so many. Like when you really sit and think about it, there's so many channels doing Vikings. Storm Akima, like she's one that's standing out. Like because she's watching it with her sister and her mum, and I love her mum to bits. Absolutely amazing. But like the problem with her channel is it's like once a week just isn't good enough. Like we need like at least 2 or 3 videos a week of Vikings. Because there's so many good things throughout the show. It's like I want to see them react to it, you know what I mean? But you could say that about all the channels that are doing Vikings. Of course, you got the normies that are doing it now. Blind Wave as well, they're doing it now. It's just absolutely surreal to know that all these channels are doing Vikings reactions now. And I'm not going to be arrogant and say it's because of me, you know what I mean? Because I know like people was like requesting Blind Wave to do Vikings long before I ever did it. But to know like I was the first, like I kind of paved the way in a way, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, man, honestly, it's been absolutely amazing to see this like Viking community here on YouTube kind of grow through reaction videos, whether it's by people creating content or people watching it. I absolutely love it, man. I really do love you guys. It's still very surreal to know like I'm one of the main ones. It's like whatever. Oh man, it's absolutely amazing. I'm so looking forward to season 5 and seeing what happens with Floki as he goes and travels. And I know he ends up like discovering Iceland and everything, but I want to see the journey, you know what I mean? Seeing what happens and how it's going to play out with Lagertha and Ivor and the big, in a way, civil war that's going to be happening, and see if there's any kind of like fallout from Sigurd's death. And it's just going to be absolutely crazy. There's so many things that's going to happen in this season. Man, I'm so looking forward to it. I really, really am. Okay, I'm going to end this because I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to have to cut and edit. Plus, there's a shed load of little like trailers and character catch-up videos that I want to react to. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, I had planned so much Vikings hype. I really, really have. I was going to do like reaction videos to all these different documentaries and different stuff, but I'm not going to have the time simply because YouTube lately has been a nightmare. Every time I upload, for some reason, they keep getting blocked worldwide. I don't know what it is. And it's not done manually. It's like on some like YouTube algorithm. It's just automatically blocking stuff. I don't know why. But I'm having to go back in and re-edit videos and upload. And it's put me probably almost 2 weeks behind. It really, really does suck, and I feel bad for a lot of people who are donating via Patreon because you're not really getting content a week early. You'll get you're not really getting content the week early. Like it's like maybe 3-4 days before it's meant to be uploaded. I'm gonna try and get back into a routine and make it up to you guys. So This video is going to kick off a bombardment of videos of Vikings content and reactions to stuff. So the hype, man, I swear to God, it really feels like Christmas for me. I swear. I really feel like a kid at Christmas. Anyway, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright, I've been SiTHFuRion. Catch you in the next one, man.